Hey guys, don't forget this video was brought to you by The Spiritual Alchemist, www.thespiritualalchemist.com, where you can find all sorts of products. They are handmade, ritualized by us. I will put the link to the description down below. Don't forget to click on it. Also, for those who have been asking for readings, I will also put the link in the description below. Okay? Now let's take a look at this new product by The Spiritual Alchemist, and then we'll continue with the video. Hey, salam alaikum everyone. Rainy day here in Houston. At work, as some of you know, I work for my vehicle. It's my own company, and I'm on the road 90% of my day. So I don't survive like most claim that I do on this tradition. Like most claim that I take advantage of people and I live on the tradition. I don't. I have a regular job, and it's more than 9 to 5. Sometimes it's 12 hours, sometimes it's more. I work for a living. But anyways, I want to talk about something today. And someone made a video on this already, but I also want to put my opinion on this subject. And that is that there's a lot of spiritual houses, or what we call Enzo, Munanzo, or a place where there is an Nganga, a home where there is an Nganga, and you're part of the spiritual house. And how some of you are obligated to pay a monthly membership, a monthly fee, or how some are obligated to come and give a derecho every time you come to the Munanso. Meaning there's a basket where every time you visit the Munanso, you have to pay an amount of money and put it in the basket or give it to your godparents and their hands. There are some Munansos. Actually, there's a lot of Munansos that do that. I never been in one of those, because in the ones I've been, we are only obligated, and this is the way we do it in our Munanso as well. True story, guys, about this Munanso that I visited once in Denver. In the time that I was in Denver, there weren't many tatas, and I had a friend from another lineage that needed another tata to do a ceremony. There are certain ceremonies. There are certain ceremonies that you need other tata to be witness, especially when another person or practitioner is receiving an nganga. So I was up there, and I swear I'm not making this up. They tata began the ceremony, and you know how a lot of us, we start a ceremony as en de tres personas distintas, un solo Dios verdadero, somos o no somos, and things like that every Munanso has. And then they started singing the mambos, and when they started singing the mambos, he got a basket and started passing it around. And it's not an obligation, it's something that we are told, and if we can, we can, and if we cannot do it, then we cannot do it. And that is on the Pat's birthday, the Nganga's birthday, that you got initiated on. It's custom to bring a derecho And it's not necessary money. It could be from a candle to a box of cigar to a bottle of rum, fruits, whatever comes out of your heart for that Nganga's birthday. And the other one, it's on your initiation's birthday, on the day that you got ceremonized, on the day that you got scratched, on the day you got your Nkimba. Is when we require, again, it could be from a cigar to a candle to fruits, because we have a saying, un viejo amigo nunca se olvida. An old friend is never forgotten. Now, why do this other Munansos do that? Well, in the Latin community and a lot of places, it's custom that every time you visit it or you visit your padrinos, you bring something. In those villages, it was most of the time fruits, and not just for your godfather or your godmother, but also for the Nganga. So a lot of people had fruit trees in the back, and maybe their godparents didn't have that type of fruit tree, and they would gather the fruits and bring a basket to their godparents. Or they would bring him candles, or they would bring some, small little bottle of rum. And it was mostly for the Nganga than the godparents. So that's something that is custom. That we are in different times now. And nowadays it's probably easier to say, Padrino, Madrina, here's the $21. Can you go ahead and buy some candles? Can you buy a box of cigars for the Nganga? Because some people don't have time to stop by the store with the busy life. They don't have time to stop by the store to buy those things. And that's the reason. And I understand that. And like I always say in the other video, every house, every lineage makes its own rules. I cannot go into another Tata's house and say, oh, Yaya's house. I cannot go into another Tata or Yaya's house and say, why are you doing this? These are the rules of my Munanso, and this is how everyone is supposed to do. Because nowadays, there's a lot of people that do that. Because they have certain rules, and they were taught certain things. They think that every Munanso across the world is the same. No, they're different. Everyone makes rules in their own house. And that's why I say, before you guys go and join a house, you have to ask questions. Ask questions. The more questions you ask, the more knowledge, the more answers you will get. It's common sense. And unfortunately, sometimes some of them don't tell you until you already initiated. Oh, by the way, there's a monthly membership. Now, we ourselves, we don't believe in monthly memberships. That's why we have an Nkimba price. That's why we charge you for a price for initiation, and that is included. Someone and souls will say, well, I'm gonna initiate you, but your spiritual classes or the classes are different price, and they will cost this amount of money. Let's say 150 extra a month. For us, that's all included in that. But like I said, everyone is different. Don't expect, because I'm saying in our lineage this is the way, in my house this is the way, that you're gonna go to another house and it's gonna be completely the same as what I'm explaining. It's not, because everyone makes their own rules. But anyways, I just wanted to touch on that. And a little bit, another thing is, I do apologize, guys. I am in Houston. Houston is very wild. You have to turn your head 2 to 3 times, sometimes even 4, to make sure that the road is clear. People here don't believe in red lights. Also, if you see me move my mouth a lot, it's because I have a nicotine pill. It's been 3 years that I haven't smoked a cigarette. Once in a while I'll have a cigar. And it's been about a month and a half that I quit vaping. So the nicotine pill helps a lot, but sometimes it gets stuck there, so I have to move it around. Houston is a wild beast. Now, if you're wondering why I have my hand in my chest, it's because I want to cover the logo of the company that I work for, because they have nothing to do with these videos. Yes, the other thing is you need to understand that there's a difference between being part of a Moon and Soul and learning how to work your spirituality. In other words, there's a difference between classes and spiritual work for yourself. Many believe that because now you are part of the Moon and Soul or a spiritual house, that all your spiritual work is now done for free, and it's not that way. Trust me, it's not that way. You still have to pay for your readings, and you still have to give a derecho for those spiritual work, from a road opener to whatever type of spiritual work that you need. Classes is one thing. Learning how this practice works is one thing. Requiring spiritual work, or for some of us, and I'm not speaking for all Tata, but I do have an understanding that a big percentage just like this. We don't include spiritual work with classes. And that's why, again, ask questions. Once in a while, our godchildren will say, I'm going through this. I said, don't worry about it. We'll light up a candle. We'll do something here, blah, 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 right? Now, when it's something big, understand that materials are needed. And a lot of those materials are very expensive. And those are not coming out of my pocket. So you have to know that you're going to need to separate having a service done to you from being taught. Ask questions, guys. That's why you have to go, because everything might sound good, and then at the end, after the ceremony is done, they come to you and say, well, mi ahijado, mi ahijada, this is something that I did not tell you, and that's that every month there is a payment that you have to do for a membership, and there's this amount, and sometimes that's why they will charge you so cheap, because at the end of the day, and I'm not going against them, they could do whatever they want, but at the end of the day, it's going to cost you a lot more, because that membership is going to be $150 a month. On top of that, you're going to have to pay classes, which is different. Ask questions. Is there a membership? And those old tatas will look at you and say, membership? Well, why do they do this? Is it necessary? No. In my opinion, it's not. But there's a lot of people who live on this tradition. This is what they do. This is their job. They have to make a monthly percentage to pay for the car, to pay for the rent, to pay for the living. This is what they do. This is their job. So that's why they put those rules. Again, like I said, there's nothing wrong with it, because everyone has their own way. And at the end of the day, it's your decision if you want to be a part of the house, because you agreed to the rules and you agree to become part of that tribe. and therefore you must accept the rules, agree with the rules to be part of something. Well, anyways, I just wanted to do a quick video on that, and there will be a lot more videos. I'm working on a series of chamalongos. I understand there's a lot of videos there on how to catch chamalongos, how to do chamalongos. Once again, I'm very excited. I'm very happy that there's more English-speaking tatas out there. Shout out to Tata Matamba. He's doing an excellent job with his videos. There's another young man, well, not young man, but you understand. He goes by the name of Andy. His videos are very more personal questions. I will also suggest that you follow him because he puts a lot of good materials on things that make a lot of sense. Ask things that you should ask, things that you should know before you join a Moon and Soul. Because this is not a joke. Palo is not a joke. Palo is real. And yes, there's a lot of people out there that don't know what they're doing. There's a lot of people out there with a lot of knowledge. So soon I'll be back with another video.